Hello, my name is Aiden Kramer, and I'm a competitor in this year's Extreme Mustang Makeover in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm going to answer a couple questions today about the process of breaking a wild Mustang in, what I've experienced this week, and maybe some questions that you might have had about this event. Thank you for watching. Initially, when we loaded him up, I thought he was very, very reactive. He wasn't as reactive as some of the other horses that I saw loading up on Friday. I really did like that he was a little bit quieter once he actually settled in the trailer, and when we unloaded him back here at the farm, he was very easygoing and calm. He wasn't calling out, and he even walked up to me when I was outside of his stall. I put my hand in there, and he walked up to me and touched my hand, and I kind of doubted a little bit whether or not he was as wild as a Mustang. And then after I opened up the stall to give him some food and water, he got back in the corner of the stall and he was blowing and pawing at the stall, and he was definitely very reactive once I actually got in the same pen with him. When I first started working him on Saturday, he was very easygoing as far as I could tell. Once I started touching him with the rope and he started moving around me, he was very comfortable with me. Touch is a very important thing for this horse. I push into him and he pushes back into me, and I let him come into my space a little bit. He really does become more confident, and I really do like that. I'm trying not to make it a big deal yet. Next week I will definitely push him back a little ways out of my space. I'm trying to foster, hopefully, a little bit of confidence that he can be close to me and I'm not going to beat him up about it. Once we get on further along in this training competition, I really want to make sure, if I can, that he knows when he can come in and then when he can stay away. He's really intelligent when it comes to teaching him things. He picks up on stuff very, very, very quickly. I'm really impressed and very surprised myself when I'm working with him, because I only have to touch on things maybe once or twice and he picks it up, and then I move on to something else. I try not to dwell on it. I don't want him to I don't want to put him in a position where I have to confront him and really force him to do something. So if he does something well, I move on to it. I come back to it later on, and he remembers exactly what I asked him to do the first time. I really like that about this horse. He's very smart that way. He's picking up a lot of things that are a little bit more advanced that I didn't think he would, and I'm just trying to roll with it. That's what's pretty cool about this horse. Because this horse is so special and so smart in picking up things as fast as he does, I'm really trying to take everything one day at a time. If he gives me a trot like he did this morning when I was riding him, then I'll let him trot. I want him to be able to move out and move freely forward. That's something I'm really going to encourage this week. I'm not trying to make him go faster. I don't want to get into a confrontation where he wants to throw his head and he wants to balk and he wants to slow down and he gets bracy. I would rather him move out. Another thing you might notice in the videos is I really do try to keep my reins off of his head. If I ask him to turn and he kind of throws his head and doesn't want to, I'll hold my hand there until he does give into the pressure, even just slightly, and then I'll leave him alone. Even if he doesn't turn that direction, I'm still going to try and foster that. Hopefully, when he feels pressure in any way, he gets away from it. This week, I'm not going to be getting on his case in a negative way about him getting into my space. If you look closely at some of the videos, he likes to throw his head into my side. He likes to push me around. He's a very bullish type horse. He's not scared to get into my space. So I'm not really going to focus on that yet, which kind of seems backwards because it's going to be a little bit of a problem here in the first week. I got to be really careful about where I'm standing. But I do think that helps him build his confidence in being okay with me being close to him. That's also going to help in my liberty work later on, which I really hope to do a lot more with. I haven't done a whole lot of liberty work with him yet, but he's definitely picking up on it. I can tell without even taking the halter and lead rope off, because it doesn't take very much to get him to come up to me. You might notice that in the videos as well. This horse will be available for purchase in June at the end of the competition in Lexington. The Extreme Mustang Makeover is a unique competition that gives trainers like me the opportunity to train wild horses and hopefully help them find homes and adopt out to the public, the people like you. That's what makes this competition so unique, because we only have 100 days to do this, so it gives us a time limit, and it also gives us some creativity and some imagination in trying to work with them in this amount of time.